So how about a couple more tunes here with Kate Taylor here on WUMB.
Raising the children, my daughter's father was, his name was Charlie Witham, and he was a songwriter and many other, a student of American Indian art and culture, and a poet. And at one point, while we were raising the kids, there was always music. You know, we were, every so often when we could do it, we'd have a show, and we were working with some people, one of whom was Tony Garnier, who was the bass player for Bob Dylan. And, you know, Bob Dylan's on the road all the time. And so it was rare to get moments to work with him. But at one point, we heard the terrible news that Bob Dylan was having to cancel a bunch of his tour because he had an infection around his heart. Well, it's terrible news for Bob Dylan, but it wasn't such bad news for us because it meant that Tony was available to record. And so we invited up the band. I know, Charlie sat bolt upright one morning. He said, "We've got to make a record." And so we got Tony and Arlen and a number of the guys. This was back in, gosh, 95, I guess, when we started working on the previous record to Fairtime, Beautiful Road. And it ended up taking us, fortunately, Bob Dylan got well. And so Tony was back on the road, and it took us a long time because he ended up being a co-producer with Charlie on the record. And then a long time went by, and we kept working on it when we could. And then during the process, we realized that Charlie was very ill, and it became his mission to finish the record, which he did. And about a week before Charlie succumbed to his illness, there was a red-tailed hawk that was landing in a cedar tree in front of the house. And that's not so rare, but it was going caw, caw. It was calling, and it's for day after day. This bird would land in the tree and caw, caw, caw like this. And I went out for an errand and came back, and the bird's going caw, caw. You know, Charlie says, "That bird really likes you." And then he had an event that happened. We had to be med-flighted up to Boston and to Mass General, and we had to let him. We realized that was it, and we had to let him go. And we were having the service in Gay Head at the cemetery, and the red-tailed hawk that was circling around. And then we went. Then the next kind of family event was our daughter's birthday, and there was a red-tailed hawk circling around. And then it was our anniversary, and there was a red-tailed hawk. And then it was Charlie's birthday. And I went outside for a walk, and there was a red-tailed hawk. And I said, okay, I get it, you know, thank you, I see, this is, you know, I really like to think that it's, when I see a red-tailed hawk, that it's Charlie checking in. And I got back in the house after that walk, and I wrote down this song, and then I got a chance to, a few years later, to give it to Billy to see if he could write some music to it. And so he did, and this is it. Poured down from the sky, a river of quicksilver, the pattern of light from your eyes. The pond held that shimmer, the pair of herons stood in the spill, like reeds with knees they listened. Dare you to be that still? I've been waiting for your visit in my dream, and it came to be Yesterday's sky was striped with clouds, like so many years before. I sang a song, said, baby, baby, stepped outside the door. Today the world spins one more time. How can it go so fast? How can we make each second count and make each moment last? I've been waiting for your visit in my dream, and it came to be. Heaven's door would open and you'd come and visit me. I miss my baby, I'm missing bed. My heart, it's got a crack. It's sweet to think his work is done, but I want my baby, I want my baby, I want my baby back. I've been waiting for your visit on the wing of the red-tailed hawk. This morning one flew over when I went out for that walk. I guess I must have seen it in my dream that it came to be.